Hey, yo, what is up, my folks? Shizzlers, it's your boy, FizzleTheHizzle, aka Ben here, bringing us a WPL Week 6 Team Builder against DS Gaming and the Birmingham Vulpix. We picked up our first win last week. Definitely go check that video out. And yeah, man, we're starting off 1-4, and you know what? We're gonna come back. I'm gonna at least try to get even. So if I end the season like I don't know, 6-6 or whatever it is, I'm gonna be happy. Because we had an atrocious start. So, again, we're going to be trying to win our second game of the season. We're going to be trying to win our second game of the season, so definitely going to be doing that. And I like our matchup this time. He has a great team, and yeah, man, let's just jump right into it. He has a Hoopa U. Hits stupidly hard on both sides. Nothing is a real switch into it, and it's slow, so it's not amazing in that respect, and it dies to a U-turn, so we can take advantage of that. Circuitry, again, just something really hard to switch into. 173 special attack it's okay, I guess, and 83 speed is something I have to be careful. He can change because he can run Z Hypnosis on a set or Z Rain Dance or something, and he can just like go from there and sweep my team, so that's definitely scary. Pulling on best defogger. Can defog Set Rock, Scald, Ice Beam, gets Defiant as well, stuff like that. Dragalgy can set Toxic Spikes, nothing switches into a Specs, Draco, or Sludge Wave, and it's a really good wall breaker on the special side, and that's what it does. It's really slow as well, so we can take advantage of that. Slurpuff got a buff this gen, or this game, this Usum series, whatever you want to call it, because he got Sticky Webs, access to Belly Drum, Unburdened, Citrus Berry. Shenanigans is pretty annoying, and it also has decent special coverage as well. Palisand, I expect him to bring Palisand, honestly, and it can set rocks up, has really good coverage with things like Shadow Ball, Earth Power, Energy Ball, stuff like that. Megazord X, can hit hard on both sides, but with Tough Claws you get a boost with Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw, stuff like that. After a couple of D-dances, this thing can be just stupidly terrifying, but we have a pretty solid way to revenge this thing, I would like to say. And we have Tornadus next. Prankster Defog, Prankster Tailwind, Prankster Taunt, stuff like that. Z Hurricane, Z Focus Blast, Superpower. Mixed sets are really good as well. So that's something we have to watch out for. Tapu Bulu, very hard hitting on the physical side, with like Wood Hammer, Superpower, Play Rough. Oh, that's right, it doesn't get Play Rough because it's not a fairy. Yeah, stuff like that. It hits very hard. Assault Vest sets are really common, and SD sets are terrifying as well. Hariyama, a very bulky mon, and can have access to Flame Orb Gut sets, which is very hard to deal with on my team. So we're gonna try to work our way around that. Lycanroc, I feel like he's gonna bring Lycanroc, just because it has a decent matchup against things like Seppa. It can Accelerock it back, and I feel like it might be banded. And yeah, it's 112 base speed and can Accelerock things, Stone Edge, Drill Run, stuff like that. I don't really know which 6 I expect him to bring. I feel like he's going to bring Hoopa, Xurkitree, Slurpuff, Palisand, and one of these 3, Zard X, Hariyama, or Lycanroc. Like the last slot is a toss-up. The last 2 monsters are a toss-up, I feel like. And he has a couple of rockers with Empoleon, Palisand, and Lycanroc. He has T-Spikes with Dragalgy, and he does not have a Spiker, I believe. And his defoggers are Empoleon, Charizard, Tornadus, and he does not have a Spinner, it looks like so. And I don't think his Cleric is Slurpuff, I believe, and Hariyama? Does he get Heal Bell? It doesn't. Okay, disregard me. It's only Slurpuff then. So yeah, that's his team. Let's just jump right into mine. First up, we got Seppa, our Scolipede, Toxic Spikes, Poison Jab, Stomping Tantrum, Aqua Tail. T-Spikes are really good against his team. Like Hazard Sacking just looks really good against his team. We outspeed Torn. We're Sash, just so we don't like get nay-nayed by a Scarf Hoopa or something. I would like to preserve the Sash on this thing if possible, so we can deal with Scarf Hoopa and Scarf Xurkitree better. We have Poison Jab, Stomping Tantrum, Aqua Tail on there. Just so he doesn't go Palisand on my set and get free rocks every time. We have Aqua Tail for that. Stomping Tantrum is there over Earthquake because he does have the Tapu Bulu. And I want some form of way to hit Xurkitree, Polion, and Dragalge for damage. I don't really expect Dragalge to come, but it's something to bring. Scolipede is probably going to be our lead, and it's not going to hit very hard, but it's just there for Toxic Spikes, honestly. Next up, we have Shiva, our Mega Medicham. High Jump Kick, Zen Headbutt, Bullet Punch, Ice Punch. We have 4 attacks on here. Speed Tie with the Zard X. High Jump Kick, Zen Headbutt. He does not have a really good Zen Headbutt response, but after like Palisand goes down. So that's really nice. Ice Punch is there for the Palisand. And stuff like that. And Bullet Punch is really good to kind of check Slurpuff, kind of put it in its place, because I don't want that thing going ham on my entire team. And Bullet Punch is there to just revenge that, put a nice chunk in that. And Ice Punch is also there just to bop the Torn. And Bullet Punch, like, also just revenges his team. Ice Punch is there for Dragalge as well, in case he decides to bring that. Palisand, like I mentioned, Tapu Bulu, Tornadus, Incarnate. And I'm running High Jump Kick over Drain Punch because it allows me to KO more things than Drain Punch would. So I really like that option. Mega Medi is a really solid breaker in this. And yeah, just like Mega Medi this match, he doesn't have amazing switch-ins to it, especially after Palisand gets weakened. Next up we have Fang with Defog. I like Defog this match so he can get rid of the sticky webs that kind of hinder our team in a way. And we can keep our Focus Sash on Seppa if it's still there. And we can defog our rocks away. And we can always set T-Spikes back later. Earthquake is there so we're not too passive. I don't care about grassy terrain. I don't care about grassy terrain. Weakening it. Roost is there for longevity. U-turn is there so we're not forced to Earthquake every single turn. We can U-turn out. And we're running a really speedy Gligar. So what this does is it outspeeds Hoopa U, and yeah, just outspeeds Hoopa U, so I feel like it's definitely worth it to outspeed Hoopa U, because he can't knock me out with an Ice Punch if he's Scarf, and we get until obviously if he's Scarf or not with this. And U-turn kills after rocks, which is what the investment is for, because Hoopa U is a monster and nobody has a switch in for that thing. So if I can get rid of that, that can be huge. And also Speedy Gligar outspeeds like 3/4 of his team, so because the speedster is like really whack, so we can take advantage of that. Midna here is our second breaker besides Shiva. Choice Bandit, Excel Rock, Stone Edge, Drill Run, and Crunch. Just puts in tons of work. Choice Bandit, Excel Rock just puts Slurpuff, Megazard, Torn Eye, Xurkitree, even Hoopa Unbound in its tracks. We just stop that thing. Stone Edge is there just so we can hit hard on something slower. Drill Run is there. It's not affected by grassy terrain, which is amazing. It can hit Xurkitree, Empoleon, Dragalge, stuff like that, and can also hit the other Lycanroc, but the opponent's Lycanroc, if it's banded, does only like 30% to us or something. So that's pretty cool. And with this investment in HP and defense, we can live a Hyperspace Fury if Hoopa is Scarf. So that's definitely pretty cool. And yeah, we outspeed like everything on his team. I think we outspeed Xurkitree if it's max speed, because we don't need to outspeed Zard. We don't need to outspeed Torn, because we can just Excel Rock that and blow it back anyway. And I'm going to be clicking like Excel Rock on those mons anyway. So this thing is going to be a really nice breaker for other things to just come in and clean. Suijin is going to be our rocker again. I feel like I'm really forcing Suijin to be a rocker, but in this case, like it has a really good defensive matchup. Like not a lot of things take advantage of it, besides like Xurkitree with Energy Ball, and that's exactly what the Rindo Berry is for. We live an Energy Ball after +1 special attack every single time if it's timid, so that's definitely nice. Stealth Rock is there just for chip. Earthquake, I don't care about. Getting grassy terrain. It's late, so I'm like really tired. And Roar is there for just to roar things out that I want to set up, maybe like a Zard X or I don't know, something else, a Hariyama perhaps, and stuff like that. Even a Slurpuff, we can take a hit potentially from Slurpuff. And Waterfall is there just because I don't know what fourth move to give it, so I just gave it Waterfall. And yeah, so the EVs are there for that Xurkitree, Calc that I talked about, and the rest is in defense, just so we can take hits better. And yeah, that's what Swampert is there for. Orochimaru is a really good way to kind of clean because his fast Mons, the Mons that are faster than this are going to be Torn Eye, Megazard X, and Lycanroc Day. Those all get mollywopped by our Lycanroc, so once those threats are gone, Orochimaru can just put in work. I don't like Draco in this match because Dragon Pulse picks off the KOs that it needs to anyway. And Dragon Pulse Earth Power Flash Cannon covers everything on his team. Earth Power is not affected by terrain, of course, so it hits Xurkitree, Empoleon, Dragalge, Zard X, obviously Dragon Pulse hits Zard X, and Lycanroc Day. Flash Cannon hits the Slurpuff and the Tapu Bulu, which would otherwise give me trouble. Life Orb is really good here, just to boost its damage, and we outspeed Hoopa. We outspeed Xurkitree at max speed, and because of that, we can run Modest on this set, because the speedsters are, like, again, really whack. And we pick off a lot of KOs on this thing because of Toxic Spikes and Rocks, and because we're Life Orb Modest, so I'm hoping Hydreigon can put in work, and I chose Hydreigon over Gren this week because in case he does bring Sticky Webs, I don't want to be affected by that. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, and like always, have a swell day. Peace.